Money is a tool, not a master. But for too many of us, money has become our ruler, our stressor, and our silent destroyer. Why? Because no one taught us the truth about it. We were taught how to earn it, but never how to manage it. We were told to chase it, but never how to respect it. We were shown success stories, but never told the painful stories behind financial failure. Friend, hear me. It is not how much you have, it is how well you handle what you have. Today, I'm going to teach you how to break free from the financial traps that keep you stressed, stuck, and surviving, and instead step into a life of freedom, wisdom, and wealth that lasts. Not just for you, but for your children, your children's children's children, and generations to come. This is not a get-rich-quick seminar. This is a get-wise forever message. Understand that money is a servant, not a master. One of the most dangerous mistakes people make is giving money a seat on the throne of their hearts. When you see money as a master, you will forever be enslaved by it, chasing it, sacrificing your peace for it, and compromising your values to get it. But when you see money for what it truly is, a servant, then you can command it, direct it, and multiply it for a greater purpose. Let's take a step back. What does it mean to let money be your servant? It means that money is a tool you use, not a God you worship. You should tell your money where to go instead of letting it tell you what to do. If your money determines your mood, your relationships, and your decisions, then you are not free. You are being led by something that was meant to follow you. Consider this. There are millionaires who are miserable and poor people who are at peace. Why? Because fulfillment is not found in the amount of money, but in how you position it in your life. Money has power only when it is assigned correctly. Let me give you a real-life example. A young man once inherited a fortune, no financial education, no purpose, no vision. Within 5 years, he lost it all. The money destroyed him, not because it was evil, but because he made it his master. Compare that to a woman I once met in a village who made barely $5 a day. But she budgeted, invested in a small farm, educated her children, and gave back to her community. Why? Because to her, money was a tool, not her identity. You must ask yourself today, am I using money, using me? The moment you stop worshiping money, you start managing it. You begin to look at it not as your source, but as your servant. You stop living paycheck to paycheck and start designing your financial future. You no longer just make money, you assign money. You tell it where to go, a portion for savings, a portion for giving, a portion for investing, a portion for living. This is the principle of stewardship. And every wise steward knows a servant is powerful when it obeys its master, but a master out of control, that's a threat to everything you love. So today, I challenge you, dethrone money from your heart. Place vision on the throne instead. Let purpose take the lead. And assign money its rightful role as a tool to serve your destiny. Develop a vision for your finances. Where there is no vision, money perishes. You see, money without direction is like water in a leaky bucket. No matter how much you pour in, it drains out. This is why so many people live from paycheck to paycheck. Not because they don't make enough, but because they lack a financial vision. It's not just about having goals like buying a house or owning a car. Oh. Vision is deeper. Vision gives your money meaning. When you develop a financial vision, you define the purpose behind every dollar you receive. You stop reacting to financial emergencies and start proactively building your future. If he throws them randomly in the wind, some may grow, but most will be wasted. Now imagine a farmer who has a vision. He's dug the soil, studied the seasons, and mapped out a harvest plan. Who do you think will see lasting fruit? The one with the vision. That's how money works. You need to know what you want your money to produce in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. Do you want to be debt-free, raise financially responsible children, start a business, retire with dignity? These are not fantasies. These are visions that demand a plan. A clear financial vision helps you. Say no to unnecessary purchases. Say no to unnecessary purchases. Avoid impulsive spending. Knowing and where to invest. Delay gratification in favor of long-term gain. When you lack vision, money becomes your short-term pleasure. But when you have vision, money becomes your long-term partner. A woman I mentored once made $30,000 a year. Instead of chasing luxuries, she created a vision. She budgeted carefully, avoided debt, and invested in small real estate properties. 10 years later, she owned 4 rental units and was living debt-free, all because she had a plan. The truth is, your money will either follow your plan or feed your problems. You get to choose. So ask yourself today, what do I want my money to accomplish for me, my family, and the generations after me? Write it down. Make it plain. Review it regularly. Your vision is not just for inspiration, it's for direction. And remember this, vision makes money move with purpose. Without it, money moves with emotion. Master the art of budgeting. Budgeting isn't about restriction, it's about freedom. The misconception that budgeting limits your life is one of the biggest lies the world has sold us. A budget is not a prison. It's a plan. It's a plan. It's a blueprint that tells your money exactly what to do so you're never caught off guard. Let me ask you this. Would you ever build a house without a blueprint? Would you drive across the country without a map or GPS? Of course not. So why do we try to build wealth without a financial plan? Budgeting is the daily discipline of vision in action. The most successful people in the world, from CEOs to everyday families, use budgets. Why? Because they understand that without boundaries, your finances become chaos. Think of a river. When it has banks, it flows with power and purpose. When those banks are removed, it becomes a flood, and floods destroy everything. So what should a healthy budget include? Income tracking. Know every dollar coming in. Fixed expenses, rent, utilities, debt payments, variable expenses, groceries, fuel, entertainment. Saving goals, emergency funds, retirement, investments. Giving, generosity is part of stewardship. Debt reduction, assign money to destroy debt. A well-executed budget gives you peace of mind. You're no longer surprised by bills. You know what's due, what's available, and what's next. Let me tell you a story. A man who once made 6 figures came to me broke. He had no clue where his money was going. No budget, no boundaries, no savings. He assumed a big income meant financial success, but his spending was blind. I helped him build a strict but freeing budget. Within a year, he paid off debt, saved $10,000, and was finally at peace. Not because he made more, but because he planned better. A budget is not punishment. It's permission. Permission to live, to give, to grow, and to rest. If you truly want to use money wisely, start budgeting today. Don't wait until you're rich. Riches without budgeting still leads to ruin. Prioritize saving before spending. The financially wise don't save what's left after spending. They spend what's left after saving. If you wait until all your bills, wants, and desires are fulfilled to save, you'll never save. Why? Because the flesh always wants more. Culture always sells more. And impulse always wins unless discipline is stronger. Saving is not optional. It's foundational. You save not just for emergencies, but for opportunities. You save to give your future self a fighting chance. Start by building an emergency fund, at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This protects you from financial storms. Life happens, jobs end, accidents occur, pandemics strike. A wise person is not paranoid. They're prepared. But don't stop at emergencies. Save for investments, save for retirement, save for a home, save to give your children a head start. Saving builds your future while protecting your present. The saver had over $24,000 plus interest. The other had nothing. One had security. The other had stress. Savings is the difference between worry and wealth. No amount is too small. The key is consistency. $5 a day is $1,825 a year. Compound that over 10 years and you've changed your life. You don't save what's convenient. You save what's essential. Train your mind to see saving as spending on your future. Because one day, your future self will either thank you or wish you had started today. Avoid debt like a trap. Debt is not just a financial issue. It is a spiritual and emotional weight. It robs you of your peace, your freedom, your options, and in many cases, your future. You cannot walk boldly into your purpose when you're dragging chains of financial slavery behind you. You see, debt is easy to enter but hard to escape. It's like quicksand. Deceptively still at first, but the more you move without a plan, the deeper you sink. Most people don't get into debt overnight. It's death by 1,000 swipes. Credit cards, loans, car payments, buy now, pay later schemes. Culture has normalized debt. They call it a leverage. They dress it up as opportunity. But at its core, debt is bondage if you're not using it wisely and intentionally. Let me be clear, not all debt is evil. A mortgage that builds equity or a loan that creates a business with return can be strategic. But consumer debt, Borrowing for things that depreciate or don't return value, that's poison. A young couple I once worked with had 2 cars, student loans, credit cards, and personal loans. Over $70,000 in debt. They were both working full-time but never had enough. Once they realized debt was draining their destiny, they got aggressive. Sold 1 car, stopped eating out, built a plan. In 3 years, they were debt-free. Debt robs your ability to give. It robs your ability to save. It robs your ability to sleep well at night. That's why wise money use means one thing: get out and stay out. How do you escape the debt trap? 1. Stop creating more debt immediately. 2. List every debt you owe. List every debt you owe. 3. Create a strict budget and assign extra income to pay off smallest debts first. This builds momentum. 4. Negotiate interest rates. 5. Stay focused until you're free. And once you're out, stay out. Make debt your enemy, not your habit. Live below your means. Delay gratification. Build savings so you never borrow for emergencies. Debt makes you a slave to lenders. Wisdom makes you a master of your finances. You can't serve your purpose while serving your creditors. So today, declare war on debt. Your future is too important to mortgage on momentary comfort. Learn to invest, not just save. Saving protects, but investing multiplies. Many people think saving is the end goal. It's not. Saving is the first step, protection, but investing is the next step, growth. You don't build wealth just by storing it. You build wealth by planting it and letting it grow. Think of money like seed. A seed kept in a jar is safe, but it produces nothing. A seed placed in the ground, nurtured with time and knowledge, multiplies into harvest. That's what investing does. It turns your dollars into employees that work for you. There are many ways to invest. Stocks and mutual funds, long-term growth-oriented, real estate, rental income and property appreciation, businesses, owning or partnering in ventures that produce cash flow, education, investing in yourself to increase your earning potential. Let me give you a story. A woman with a modest salary began investing $200 a month in a low-cost index fund. After 20 years, she had nearly $150,000 just from consistent planting. She didn't wait to be rich to invest. She invested to become rich. Now hear me. Investing requires wisdom. Don't jump in blindly. Study, get advice. Don't chase quick returns. Avoid schemes. Avoid schemes. Investing is not gambling. It's calculated, consistent strategy over time. Also, don't let fear paralyze you. Many people avoid investing because they're afraid of losing, but doing nothing guarantees loss. Inflation eats savings. Opportunities pass. Money loses value over time if not growing. Start small. Start now. Learn as you go. And remember this, money that doesn't grow becomes stagnant. God didn't give you resources to hide them. He gave them to you to multiply them. Invest wisely. Grow steadily. Live purposefully. Be generous with purpose. Giving is not losing, it's sowing. It's sowing. Wise people know that money is not just for personal comfort. It's for kingdom impact, family legacy, and community transformation. When you give with purpose, you align yourself with a higher calling. You become a channel of blessing, not a container. Generosity is powerful. It breaks greed. It shifts focus from self to others. It teaches responsibility. And it always comes back multiplied, not always in cash, but in joy, peace, and favor. Look at any truly wealthy person, not just rich, but fulfilled. And you'll find generosity at the core of their life. Why? Because we were not made to only receive. We were made to give and grow. I remember a man who made $40,000 a year, but always gave a portion to support orphans. He had less, but he lacked nothing. His children grew up seeing faith, stewardship, and love in action. He wasn't just wise with money, he was rich in purpose. When you give, support causes that align with your values. Give consistently, not just emotionally. Teach your children generosity early. Don't just give money, give time, wisdom, and resources. Generosity must be intentional. Don't wait to feel wretched to give. Start now. You can't give everything, but you can give something. And remember, a river that only recedes becomes a swamp, but a river that gives stays fresh, flowing, and full of life. Teach financial wisdom to the next generation. The greatest financial mistake is not passing on financial wisdom. You can leave your children money, but if you don't leave them knowledge, they'll lose it. You can give them wealth, but without wisdom, they'll waste it. Generational wealth isn't just about assets, it's about mindset. We must raise children who understand The value of money, the danger of debt, the importance of saving, the power of generosity, the necessity of vision. Teach them budgeting. Show them how you pay bills. Let them see how you manage income. Involve them in discussions. Normalize conversations about finances. Make money a lesson, not a mystery. A man once left his children a fortune. Within 10 years, it was gone. But another father left no money, just principles. His children built businesses, stayed debt-free, and raised wise children. The difference: one passed on cash, the other passed on conviction. Build financial discipleship in your home. Talk, model, correct, celebrate. Train your children to be stewards, not consumers. Give them the tools to build, not just the things to enjoy. If you die wealthy but your children die foolish, what have you truly left behind? Break the cycle of ignorance. Build a legacy of wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, you've just been given a blueprint, not just for financial freedom, but for life transformation. You've received truth that has the power to shift your destiny, alter your family tree, and break cycles of poverty, waste, and financial ignorance forever. Now I need you to lean in. This is not just about money. This is about your purpose. This is about your future. This is about your power to change your story, because how you use your money is not just a matter of budgeting, it's a matter of identity. You will either be a ruler of your finances or a slave to them. And let me remind you, you were never created to be a slave. You were designed to rule. Money is a tool. It is not your master. It is not your worth. It is not your God. It is not your identity. But if you don't take charge of it, it will take charge of you. If you don't give it an assignment, it will assign you a life of chasing bills instead of chasing purpose. You have a choice. Either let money direct your life or use your life to direct your money. Money doesn't change you, it reveals you. And wise money management is a spiritual act of leadership. It says, I know why I'm here, and I'm going to use every resource, every dollar, every gift, every opportunity to fulfill my assignment on earth. You are not broke because you lack money. You are broke when you lack vision. You are not poor because you earn little. You are poor when you waste what you earn. And you are not wealthy because of your bank balance. You are wealthy when you walk in discipline, direction, and divine purpose. Let me speak to the person who feels behind. You're looking at your account, your debt, your past mistakes, and you're overwhelmed. You think it's too late. You think you failed too much. But hear me, it is never too late to start walking in wisdom. You may have wasted years, but in just one moment of discipline, one choice to change, one decision to take control, you can shift the entire course of your life. Financial wisdom doesn't happen by accident. It's intentional, it's spiritual, it's generational. You don't just build wealth, you build wells for the generations after you to drink from. Your choices today will either bless or burden your children tomorrow. So rise up, set your face like flint, declare war on debt, create vision for your money, build systems, teach your children. Invest what you have. Start small, but start strong. You don't need $1 million to walk in wisdom. You just need a made-up mind. I challenge you, don't just listen to this message and say, that was good. No, do something. Make a budget tonight. Cancel those unnecessary subscriptions. Cut the credit cards. Open a savings account. Learn one new investment strategy this week. Teach your children one money lesson today. Give something away on purpose to someone in need. Take action. Take ownership. Take authority over your financial life. Because you weren't made to survive. You were made to thrive, and your money, when managed wisely, is not a burden but a blessing. Let me tell you this, every dollar you manage well is a soldier fighting for your future. Every seed you plant wisely is a tree for the next generation. Every sacrifice you make now is a legacy being written in bold ink across history. Money in your hand is a weapon for good. It can feed families, build schools, rescue the poor, start businesses, create jobs, fund missions, and uplift communities. But only if it's used wisely. You have the wisdom now. You have the knowledge now. You have the keys now. So what will you do with them? Don't let them gather dust on a shelf. Use them, apply them, multiply them. Because when you rise in financial wisdom, you rise in financial wisdom, you rise in power, your family rises with you. When your family rises, your community rises. And when communities rise, nations are transformed. It all starts with one choice. Let that choice be today. Let that choice be you. Stand tall. Think big. Live wisely and lead boldly. Your future is not waiting, it's calling. Answer the call. Rule your money, rule your life. Thank you, and may wisdom follow you, wealth serve you, and purpose crown you every step of the way.